So the opener today is just a review of what we've been doing with solving equations. Keep in mind those things that we want to do for every one of them. We always want to start by doing what? Line of equality through the equal sign. Remind ourselves whatever we do on one side we have to do on the other, and circle the variable, right? So let's start with these two. For this one, we'll circle the variable. We want to get that e by itself. So I'm going to show that here by circling it. And then I'm going to draw the line of equality. And then to get the e by itself, I need to get rid of what? Yeah, I need to get rid of that 4. And so I'm going to get rid of the minus 4 by adding 4. And that'll get rid of the 4 on the left side, but to keep it balanced, I also have to add 4 on the right side. Alright, so on the left side, those 4's cancel each other out, and that leaves what? On the left side, e. On the right side, we have negative 1 plus 4. So we have a positive and a negative, which means we're going to have some canceling going on. We're going to subtract, right? What is 4 minus 1? 3. And is that going to be a positive 3 or a negative 3? Positive. Why? Because, exactly, the positive is bigger than the negative, so we have more positives than negatives, so we'll have 3 positives left over. All right. Next one, we've got, we want to get f by itself. Draw your line of equality. What do we need to get rid of here to get f by itself? That plus 12, and we're going to get rid of it by subtracting 12. So I subtract 12 on both sides. I'm going to do the right side first. I like to do the side where the variable is. We cancel out the 12s. What's left? The f. And then equal sign goes on the line. On the left side, 12 minus 12 is... Can I just cancel those out like I did on the other side? I can, but should I just leave that blank then? No. When those cancel out, what is left? 0. Because 12 minus 12 is 0. So we get f equals 0 on that one. I want to get that g by itself, so we'll circle it, draw the line of equality. And so what do we need to get rid of here to get g by itself? The 3. And how are we going to get rid of the 3? We're going to add 3. Since it's a negative 3, we need to add to get rid of it. So we add 3 on both sides. And those 3's cancel each other out, leaving what? G. And on the other side, we have 0 plus 3, which is 3. That's an easy one, right? Alright, last one's where you got to do a little bit of math. We want to get the h by itself. Don't forget your line of equality. So what do we need to get rid of? The 223. So we're going to do that by subtracting, right? So we subtract 223, need to do it on both sides. First thing that's going to happen here is, well, we can't subtract, can we? Why can't we subtract it the way it is? Yeah, the bigger number is on the bottom, and when we subtract, we always want the bigger number on top. Because when we get to the end, we won't be able to do 1 minus 2, and we don't have anything to borrow from. So we can't do that, so we need to rearrange this. So we're going to put the 223 on top. I'm just going to do that at the bottom here. And the 117 on the bottom. And now I'm going to subtract. What's 3 minus 7? Going to have to borrow, right? So we're going to borrow from this 20 here, make that a 10, and make this a 13. So 13 minus 7 is 6. Okay, then we have 1 minus 1, which is 0. Then we have 2 minus 1, which is 1. So we get 106. Is that 106 going to be positive or negative? Why is it negative? I think a couple of people said it. So since our bigger number is the negative number, we have more negatives than positives, so that's going to make our answer negative. Okay, remember when we're adding and subtracting, we need to look at the sign of the bigger number. If we were multiplying, it wouldn't matter. If one of them's negative, then the answer is negative. All right, so I need to go back up here and write my answer, though. So on the left side, when I subtract that, I get negative 106. And on the right side, those 223's cancel, and that leaves what? H. So we get negative 106 equals H. Okay. Again, I want you guys to notice that on the problems, when the variable started on the right side, it ended up on the right side also. So we don't flip it around to write h equals negative 106, but we keep it on the same side.